Right, if you've been in the UK, or should I say if you live in the UK, you might be aware of this. This is Unmannedtechs C.R.A.P box. So FPV C.R.A.P, which is curated, randomly assorted products. And if you're a small child like me, it probably makes you giggle every time you see this turd with goggles on. But this is basically one of those. It's not a subscription box, but it's along the same veins. This one you don't have to subscribe to. I think it's $39.95 or thereabouts, and you can buy one, or you can buy obviously one every month if you choose to do so. But unlike a lot of these products, you can return this one if you don't like the stuff inside it. And unlike you, I actually know what's inside this one because it was the thing that tipped me off to actually get one, because I've been in contact with Unmannedtech about some replacement motors for my Mobula, which are knackered, and this came up in a topic of conversation, so I've been sworn to secrecy about its contents, but I thought it was worth doing a video on because I think its contents could be really interesting for a lot of people who are actually, shut up Ross, don't say any more. So let's open this guy and let's see what the score is. So we get some FPV C.R.A.P stickers, which I will be immediately adding to my solder mat, as I'm a small child, and anything with the word crap or fart or anything like that in it makes me endlessly amused. Right, C.R.A.P box. Novembox. Greetings all C.R.A.P box pioneers. This month the theme was obvious. So the thing with this is that every month there's a different theme, so you know roughly what sort of stuff you're going to be getting in. You're not going to open a box and find some random props that you don't use, and a picture of Joshua Bardwell's face, which will probably scare your children, and a t-shirt that doesn't fit you. So this month the theme was obvious. I mean, what else could it be? With the up and coming weather, we knew almost immediately exactly what sort of products we should be sending you out this month. The problem was that while we had a category or theme, we were a tiny bit lost on just which products exactly to include. See, tiny whoops and whoop style quads are awesome little bits of kit. They're great fun in winter or bad weather, or just when you're bored. They're small, simple, portable, unassuming. You'll have a hard time upsetting someone with a whoop. But that's just it, they're simple. With a 5-inch, we can send you a whole world of products. There's a lot of bits and pieces that are awesome to get your hands on. A whoop, however, what do we send? What might have broken? A frame, some props, canopy? No idea. And let's face it, that'd be boring. So what do? We can't just send you a full box of tiny props and call it a day. So we began to think. We sat down, we pulled the most ridiculous thinking pauses, we slammed our heads against the desks until finally, an idea. What if we could send out an entire whoop? Could we? So we searched through parts and prices, tirelessly seeking a build we could get in the box, but alas, it could not be done. Our hearts sank. In a last-ditch effort, we reached out to Happy Model with our hopes, asking if there was anything they could do to help out. We wanted to get you this whoop. A couple of days later, to our excitement, Happy Model replied, and they said yes. Not only that, but because of them, we're able to not just send you a whoop, but a 1S brushless whoop. Sorry, I'm probably ruining the surprise here. And it kind of goes on to list what's in the box, which I'll skip for the sake of looking at this. So we've got some bubble wrap, we've got some stickers. Let's have a look. So we have Happy Model B-Core BL F3 1S flight controller, which has built-in ESCs, which I think are rated for 5 amp. So this is kind of a similar thing to what's in the UK 65 and 65mm quads of that size. So that's awesome. We have some tiny whoop props. A tiny whoop canopy with racing stripes to make you go faster. We have a tiny whoop camera and VTX combo. which is awesome. We have a little 65mm little plastic frame. We have some Happy model motors, if I can get in them. Oh, screws have dropped out. And these are, what are they? Let's have a look. There's no way you're going to be able to see this. These are 0603 19,000 kV, which, if memory serves me right, is the same size as the ones on the UK65, which were upgrades from the ones that run the UR65. And we also get a DIY tiny whoop gate made out of 3D parts. So essentially what we have here is, when you put it together, a PNP tiny whoop kit. So we've got our frame, our flight control and ESCs, our motors, our canopy, our props, and our camera and VTX. And it lists on the other side of this sheet exactly what they are. So 65mm brushless frame, snapper style whoop canopy white, 31mm props, B-Core BL3 F3 brushless whoop, flight controller, SE0603 19,000 kV brushless 1S motors, HC F9 camera and VTX combo, and a tiny whoop gate made of 5 3D printed 30-degree angle pieces and 1 30-degree 3D printed piece K-shaped, and 10 straws. It goes on to say, we really wanted to cram as much of the whoop in as possible. However, due to shipping and cost reasons, we couldn't quite get a receiver or battery in the box, so the build is effectively a PMP kit. You could use these to build the whoop as we have, or mix and match other parts you already own to make your own version. Because of this, we're offering a discount on receivers and whoop batteries, both of which we have more stock on the way. And actually Cam from Unmannedtech did tell me that they've got some GNB batteries on the way, which if you live in the UK you'll be howling with joy for, because they're probably the best smaller batteries, and you can't really get them over here. So yeah, to owners of Novembox, send us an email to support@unmannedtech.co.uk to receive your code and info. We'd also love to see your crap whoop builds, curated, randomly assorted products. Tag us on social media or send us some pictures. We think ours is great. We've flown 250 and 550 more batteries, and it's handled both with 230 to 330 flight times on 250. 300 more seems to be the sweet spot for this little thing. One thing to know, if you build it as a kit, is that the video in and video out pads on either the flight controller or cam VTX combo were reversed. Yours may be also. If you're getting a black screen, swap these around. For a full build guide and pointers, check out our post on DroneTrest, blog.dronetrest.com, titled The Crap Box Whoop. Have a fantastic month and happy flying, Unmannedtech team. And they include the instructions for the camera and flight controller as well, which is all you really need, because the rest of it just clips together. So I don't know about anybody else right now, but I find that pretty damn good value. Bearing in mind a UK 65 is what, 60-65 quid. The Mobula is 75-85 quid, and you can't buy either because they're out of stock everywhere. Essentially for 40 quid you've got everything you need, and all you need to do is add in an existing receiver from FR Sky, or Free Sky should I say, Fly Sky, or it even says DSMX. So that's really the only thing that you've got to add, and then throw in some of your 1S whoop batteries, which cost peanuts, and you're good to go. So you know, what's this worth? These things are around 20 quid. These things are around 15 quid, so that's 35. These things are around, the motors will be about 20 quid. So what are we on, 35, 55, you know, it's probably the best part of 55, 65 quid's worth of stuff there. Oh, plus, and don't forget the rather awesome C.R.A.P stickers. So to me that seems like an absolutely corking deal, and there's no reason this shouldn't fly just as good as a UK 65 or anything like that, because as we've kind of already said, these things are, you know, pretty much the same. One F3 flight controller is pretty much the same as another if it works. All of these cameras are pretty, you know, rubbish, to be blunt. They simply do the job. I think this might be the same one as is in the Mobula actually, which I criticised, but when I actually played around with it, it was, and adjusted my goggles, it wasn't too bad. So that, yeah, it might be, I'm not sure. Looks the same. So yeah, when I adjusted my goggles, that was wasn't as bad as I thought, and to be honest, the Emax one or the UK 65 ones are all pretty much the same. So yeah, so huge shout out to Unmannedtech for letting me have this early. This will be up for sale, I think, from the first week of December as opposed to November. And I think when they've done these before, they don't last too long. They tend to sell out pretty quickly. So if you want one, get hold of one. I've been sort of trying to get some spare motors for my Mobula since I broke two. And Unmannedtech were the only people I could find them who finally got them in stock. They're off sale on Banggood and everywhere like that. So yeah, there you go. So what I'll probably do in my next video is put this together for you and see how it flies. But yeah, good value. Cheers guys, thanks, bye bye.